touch my swag, wish you could. I look fly, I look good. Roll it on the neck, well, 50 on the stopwatch, staring at the diamonds, make you bust it, baby, hopscotch.
What's up, y'all? This is football with a dab and fishing. NCAA edition football, week 4. Got a big schedule ahead of you. Me and my compadre, my brother. I'm on 8th boom. His birthday was last weekend, but it was Chocolate Jefe, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Yeah, break it down for them, let them know what's happening.
Hey, check this out, baby. This is what it is. And thank you for all those who gave me Facebook shout-outs for my birthday. 47 feels pretty darn good. And Chocolate Jefe is doing his thing with Homeboy Fishing. Check this out. This is our college segment. Shout out to Dwayne Black. Big Alabama fan.
Man, please.
Let's move on. Okay, our topic of the week, we're going to go through our rundown. We did our fishing forecast already.
So you don't get no fishing forecast.
You're going to get our top 4 teams. You're going to get the topic of the week, which is Urban Meyer's back. And we're going to give you our big bass games of the week. And we're also going to give you the HBCU flavor, baby. That's how we get down. So, get us started. Here we go. Let's get started with our top 4 teams of the week. What you got, Homeboy?
Well, number
Fishing?
14 goes to the Clemson Tigers. They still have not shown me that domination, but they're undefeated. And they dropping fast in my polls unless they go out there and they start dominating. Okay?
Right.
Like the other teams in my top 4.
All right, let's talk.
My number 3 team goes to the UGA Bulldogs, even though I hate to say that. They're a pretty good team. Shout out to Sean Simmons. Number 87, Tyler Simmons is his son. I watched this boy in Little League football. I knew he'd be a competitor the rest of his life. Number 87. My number 2 team, he's back. Urban Meyer and his boys, Ohio State, with number 2 team. And my number 1 team, this goes out to Dwayne Black. I hate to say this. Alabama Crimson Tide. The Flying Hawaiian got these boys rolling, and they got a group of 3 receivers. They are sensational.
Yeah, they are scoring some points, over 40-some points a game. But my top 4, they have not changed in quite some time. But the order's different this week. Number 4 is Clemson.
Oh, who chose
Clemson is still trying to find their identity on offense, but until they do, that defense is going to hold them down. Number 3 is Ohio State Buckeyes. They are probably the second most explosive offensive team that I've seen this year, but the loss of Nick Bosa on defense will hurt. Number 2 is the UGA Bulldogs. They're solid at every phase of the game right now, playing some real good football. And my number 1 is Bama. Tua. As they said in Coming to America, that boy good.
That boy good.
That boy real good.
But you know what? He's their Flying Hawaiian.
He's their Flying Hawaiian. So here we go. Hey, those are top 4 of right now. So give us your opinions. Definitely give us your opinions and write it down and hook us up. But let's get into our topic of the week. Homeboy Fishing. You want to get us started here? Our homeboy topic of the week again is Urban Meyer's back. What you think?
It's Halloween, baby. Michael Myers is back. Oh, my bad. That's Urban Meyer. His overall record at Ohio State is 73-8. Yep, 73-8.
That's pretty impressive.
This year they have scored 77 against Oregon State, 52 against Rutgers. Oh, those teams are no good. Right. But they scored 40 against TCU, and that team is good. They're averaging 56 points a game right now. And as Urban Meyer return, they're going to run it up in the days like when we had Tim Tebow down in Florida. They're going to score 70-plus points on teams this year. And looking at their schedule, they're going to tip 80 several times before this year over. Urban Meyer is going to make a very impact statement, even with the loss of Joel Bosa. The team jailed early. And when you jail early in the NCAA, it's most destined you're going to roll.
All right.
So that's my opinion of Urban Meyer. I mean, 73-8, 56 points a game
impressive.
Without him.
That is very impressive. But Chocolate's going to give you it from another perspective, from the Chocolate point of view. Okay. Urban Meyer's missed 3 games. That's $570,000 worth of money that he didn't get paid. So, from Chocolate's point of view, some bill didn't get paid this month. Car note, perhaps. Maybe the mortgage. Or maybe a side chick's rent. Just kidding. But seriously, how do you explain that to the wife? Honey, we're going to be short about $570K this month. Is that all right? That's rough. But let's get back to football here. Ohio State won its first 3 games on talent alone. But where a head coach makes his money is making tough decisions and adjustments in tough games. That's why Ohio State has paid this man over $7 million a year. And with Penn State coming next week, they're going to need him. So my perspective is, welcome back, Urban Meyer. Your team's going to need you. You don't have Nick Bosa, and I think differently from you. Pretty soon, you're going to find a defensive team, Ohio State, that's going to be able to slow you and stop you. You're going to need a defense to combat that. Clemson did it a couple years ago. Ohio State was killing them until they played Clemson, and then Clemson shut them out. So if they get to the playoffs and they got to play Alabama or Clemson or Georgia, they won't be doing that, bro.
You said $7 million a year?
Over $7 million a year.
So them $570,000?
Bruh. Hey, bruh. $570,000 is $500,000. I don't care where you at. You might say, we got $7 million. $500,000 is a lot of money to me. I don't know about to you, but to me it's $500,000. That's a lot of money. So I think it's going to make a difference. So, Urban Meyer, good luck explaining that to your old lady. Anyway, here we go. We're going to get to our big bass games of week 4. Big bad games of week 4. You know how we do it.
Hey. We don't care about what you think. We don't care about what you think.
And you don't care about the Dwayne Black thing either.
Well, we don't care about what you think, Dwayne Black. Even though Alabama #1 on my board. But we're going to only care about what Chocolate Jefe and Homeboy Fishing care about. Remember something, it was over a year ago. The Hurricane Maria hit Puerto Rico. We're strong. We survived.
Right. Puerto Rico fuerte. Puerto Rico strong, baby. Let's keep going, bro.
Go ahead, break it down.
Here we go. Our first game of the week is UGA at Missouri. Both teams are 3-0. Who you like?
Man, that's going to be the dog pound. I mean, they're going to roll. They're deep, and they're going to roll until October 13th until they meet LSU.
Oh, you heard that?
Georgia is deep. I don't know where they're getting these running backs from, but it's like they just stick another quarter in the machine and another one pops out.
Georgia's never had a talent problem. And Georgia also has never lost a game in Missouri. But the last time they played there, they needed a last-second touchdown to win the game. But that was under Coach Mark Richt. Under Kirby Smart, they play better, and they're a more disciplined football team. This game's going to be close by halftime, but UGA is going to pull away in the second half. Georgia by 14.
I picked Georgia by 14 also.
Georgia by 14. Our next big bass games is shout-out to Dwayne Black.
I told you we don't care
Texas
about what Dwayne Black
A&M at #1 Alabama. Texas A&M Alabama. Who you like?
Let's see. Can Texas A&M stay with these big dogs? They got to go into Tuscaloosa and play Roll Tide. But no Roll Tide. Alabama's going to blow them out. And they're going to show Clemson Tigers how you're supposed to beat.
Oh, wow.
A Texas A&M team. I hate to say that. The Flying Hawaiian and his guys will make an impact early and often. They're going to take the heart out of Texas A&M, make it into a one-dimensional game where Texas A&M got to play catch-up. The Flying Hawaiian wins in a blowout by 21.
Oh, wow. Well, what I would say is this. I understand why you picked that. 2 weeks ago, Texas A&M coach Jimbo Fisher almost pulled off the big upset against Clemson.
Almost.
But looking back at it now, it reminds me of the State Farm commercial.
You gotta be a
with
little
the old
quicker
man. Gotta be quicker than that. Almost got it.
Did Whopper Flopper
Psych! It didn't happen. Clemson, you thought Clemson was tough? Playing on the road at Alabama is going to be tougher. A&M is going to need some of Homeboy's fishing lure to sprinkle on that football before the game. But remember this, Nick Saban plans for everything. Even Homeboy's fishing fixie does. Alabama by 17 in a blowout.
Yep, blowout.
Our last game of the week is Mississippi, #14 at 3-0 Kentucky. Kentucky's a prize team of the SEC right now. Talk to me, Homeboy Fishing. Who you like?
Surprise, surprise. They're going to be a surprise until they run across the Georgia Bulldog or Alabama. But they got Mississippi State at home. Let's see how good you really are. Shout out to Randall Cobb. He's from Kentucky. At Kentucky, he played about 13 different positions. Don't ask me how they do this. And with them at home playing, Kentucky continues and knocks Mississippi State out of the top 25.
Oh.
Kentucky in the close one by 3.
He likes Kentucky. Hey, that's bro, big matchup here. But I want to ask this question. Can someone tell me why Kentucky isn't ranked? They beat Florida on the road for the first time in 31 years. That's got to count for something. Y'all still got Michigan ranked. Y'all still got Boise State ranked. And Kentucky beat Florida on the road. Anyway, Kentucky's undefeated with some bona fide playmakers at running back and quarterback. They're a pretty good team. But Mississippi State is pretty darn good, too. They have a big 6'5", physical quarterback that can also run and can throw the heck out of the football. And their fans will travel, so they will be in Lexington. I don't know if you remember Homeboy Fishing, but their college baseball team made the College World Series.
Yes, they did.
And their fan had one of the most classic interviews of all time. He said, and I quote,
Quote it.
"My wife's boyfriend sold his prosthetic leg to pay for my trip to the World Series. And it all worked out because it gave them some quality time, and I was allowed to see my Bulldogs."
Hold on. Somebody really said that.
Somebody really said that. Look it up.
Look it up.
Hey, check this. Now that you fans like that, bruh, and a quarterback like they got to back it up, I like Mississippi State. Mississippi State wins a close one, pulls away late. They win by 7. Mississippi State.
Oh.
Hey, our last game of the week is the HBCU game of the week. It is Howard versus Bethune-Cookman in the Circle City Classic. This game will be aired on ESPN3.
I got that.
Oh, ESPN3. Let me talk about this game a little bit. Of course, Homeboy Fishing and Homeboy Fishing and Chocolate Heifer, we both went to HBCUs. I went to Livingstone College. Homeboy Fishing went to Winston-Salem State for a while. But this is a good game here. This is a Circle City Classic in Indy. Let's not forget that Howard University has Cam Newton's little brother.
Little bro.
Kalen Newton, who plays quarterback for them.
All right, do he dress like Cam?
I hope not. I like Cam, but good Lord, bro. Anyway, against Mac School, Ohio last week, he almost pulled off another upset like he did the year before against UNLV on the road. They were underdogs by 31 points against Ohio, and they lost 38-32, but it wasn't his fault. This cat had 439 yards passing, 93 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns with 2 interceptions. So he is putting in work. Howard is 0-2, but both of his losses were by FBS opponents. One being Ohio, the other being Kent State.
Let them know what FBS stands for.
FBS is the big boys in college football. That's Division I. Those are the Clemsons, the Alabamas of this world.
So they stepping up their game.
So they're stepping up their game by playing those teams.
Hey, they didn't want to play them
But,
teams.
you know, hey, and again, they almost got burned with Kalen Newton. So Bethune-Cookman is historically a pretty good team, too. But right now, they have the better band. As a matter of fact, I saw something on Netflix. There's a new series called Marching Orders. It's basically about making the Bethune-Cookman band. So check it out. Support the black colleges. But you know what? I don't think bands have ever won any football game on record. So I see Kalen Newton doing his thing and Howard earning their first W of the season. So I got Howard winning by 5 in the Circle City Classic. But let me ask you a question, Homeboy Fishing. Riddle me this. Why does every HBCU football game is a classic football game?
Because you know why? It's historically black colleges and university. It's always a classic.
I don't get it, bro.
It's always a classic.
Every week it's a Circle City Classic, bro. Next thing you know, we can have the Smyrna Classic, the Decatur Throwdown.
Hey,
who knows, bro?
Hey, we're going to have the Bankhead Classic.
I don't know what it is, bro. But hey, we at a point in time, and it's over.
It's over. Hey, everyone do me a favor right now. On your phone, on your computer, hit that share button. Tell the next guy about us so everybody else can watch. What's up, Todd? You watching Andre Harris, been a fan. My mom, Maria, thank you for watching. My daughter, Jasmine. And like they told me. Oh, there go Travis. He's back again. That bearded guy. Tell me, Travis.
Deuces, man. Thanks for tuning in, baby.
Hey,
Chocolate.
Hey, don't
Homeboy
forget,
Fishing.
it's on YouTube, too. Homeboy Fishing 91 on YouTube.
Love you. Deuces.